The Indiana Fever's MO all postseason has been to fall behind and go the distance to ultimately win. Well, that's continuing to be the case after Sunday's Game 4 victory, again by 6 points. 75-69 was the final tonight here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in front of about 10,582 fans. I'm Scott Agness of VigilantSports.com. Well, if you've been following this Indiana Fever team all postseason long, you think back to those series. The first series against the Chicago Sky, they fell behind 0-1. The New York Liberty, they fell behind 0-1. They did take a 1-0 lead on this Minnesota Lynx team up in Minneapolis, but they lost the middle two games, only to win Game 4 to ultimately force a decisive Game 5 that will be back in Minneapolis on Wednesday, 8 p.m. on ESPN2. What was the difference tonight for the Indiana Fever? Free throws. You look at the numbers from that completely. 25 free throws for Indiana, made free throws, just 6 for the Minnesota Lynx. And also, throughout the entire game, center Sylvia Fowles was very quiet. She played just barely 4 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. She picked up her 5th foul with about 5-6 minutes to go in the contest. She had to be pulled out. The big game changer, if you will, for this Indiana Fever team was in the third quarter. Head coach Stephanie White called timeout. I think it was at the 8:02 mark in the third quarter. A couple minutes in, they had turned the ball over a couple times. They had missed a layup and given up 6 points. It was a 6-0 run to start the half for the Minnesota Lynx after the Fever had a cushion at the break.
Well, I just really challenged our team. I felt like our energy was terrible. Our attention to detail was worse. We were fumbling the ball. Nobody was sure about anything we were doing. And so I just challenged them. You know, do you want to see the opponent hoisting up a trophy on our home floor? Or do you want to fight? And do you want to compete? And do you want to do everything that we've done to put ourselves in this position? And you know, fortunately they responded.
And that's something this Indiana Fever team needs and really thrives off of. And from there on out, the Fever ultimately ended the quarter on a 22-8 run. Just a fabulous night for this Indiana Fever team in front of a great crowd. This was the last home game of the 2015 season for the Indiana Fever. They just have one more game to go, and it's the one that really matters. Win, the Fever will have their second WNBA title. But you lose, oh, they came so close. And you'll look back to the Game 2 where they really lost their composure and poise down the stretch. Or Game 3 a couple days ago here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse where Maya Moore hit that shot. You can always second-guess yourself, but you know what? They've set themselves in a good position here on Wednesday. Go to Minneapolis, win, and take care of business, and the Fever have their second WNBA title in franchise history. Leaders tonight, Marissa Coleman, she was outstanding with 14 points. Janice Johnson, 15. And although it looked like an off night, if you just look at the stat sheet, at least for Breon January, 1 for 8, but she made 11 of 12 foul shots. She made nearly twice as many foul shots as the entire Minnesota Lynx team. Indiana Fever wins tonight at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. 75-69 was the final. The series shifts back to Minneapolis for the 5th and final game of the WNBA season. For VigilantSports.com, I'm Scott Agness.